Kenneth Barlis spent years creating red carpet-worthy pieces for Hollywood A-listers. Now, he is bringing the glamour right here in our backyards in the Philippines by opening his first ever boutique. Kenneth Barlis joins us now on The Final Word. He's based in Los Angeles and he's now in Manila. Happy New Year, Kenneth!
Happy New Year. Thank you for having me here.
Wow, what a major step from Hollywood to Manila. Why did you decide to set up your boutique here in the Philippines?
You know, for me, it's all about where I come from. And I enjoy seeing my family, seeing my pieces. Kasi, you know, I studied abroad in LA. I did all of that. Hollywood celebrities, magazine covers, K-pop superstars, all of that. So now I felt like I need to go back home.
You need to be in your roots.
Exactly. I need to be here. I need to bring the Filipino talent that's being loved right now in Hollywood and here in Manila. And hopefully, a lot of our kababayans can able to enjoy my talent here and the rest of the hardworking people that I have.
So what can your Filipino supporters expect from Kenneth Barlis' creations in the Philippines?
A lot of wedding gowns. That's number one for me because it's always been like, I love the fantasy of weddings. I love the moments. Like when I have recently a bride, she was married in Bataan a couple of days ago, and every single time I see my creations walking down the aisle, that just really gives emotions and it makes me so happy being a fashion designer. So I think that's one thing I want to bring to my people, my community here in Manila. What is Kenneth Barlis is all about.
So what is Kenneth Barlis all about? What makes Kenneth Barlis' creation different from all of the other reputable fashion designers in the country?
You know, I love self-expression. That's number one for me. And I always create my own idea and just enjoy life. That's really my number one thing. Other designers, I think, is just super glamorous, super big, all that. And for me, it's all about sexiness. It's all about showing skin and just really enjoying your youth, enjoying life. And no matter what other people will say, because sometimes we're super, what's the word I'm looking for? We're very conservative.
Yes. Yeah. Filipinos
are
very,
very conservative.
Yes.
And I think that's something that I need to introduce slowly as a Kenneth Barlis brand in Manila.
So will that be the fashion trend for Kenneth Barlis in 2024?
Yes.
Self-expression.
It has been and will always going to be. You know, it's all about loving yourself first.
And you will be shuttling back and forth between LA and Manila.
Yeah.
I mean, your friends, your supporters would want Kenneth Barlis to do the measurements himself. How will you be able to divide your time between both cosmopolitan cities?
You know, thank you to pandemic, right? Like in a bad way or in a good way. So during pandemic, I'm still doing wedding gowns, custom pageant dresses, and we learn how to use technology in our advantage.
Yes.
So we do Zoom meetings, we do Zoom calls, all that. Even Instagram calls, we do that also to certain clients, depending on where they at in the world. Right now, we have clients in Japan, in Tokyo, we have clients in China, all the way to Toronto, and all of this are different time zones. And every single time we do that, I'm like, I need to look like I'm awake during the time that they are awake. So I adjust for them, but because of all of this experience, I'm able to adjust and no problem. If they need to see me, then we will try to make that happen.
Yeah, because the difference between LA and Manila is like 16 hours.
Literally,
it's close to 10 o'clock already here in the evening. It's about 6 a.m. in the morning.
Exactly.
In the West Coast.
Yeah.
So will you also be crossing over into ready-to-wear?
Yes, actually, so we already started ready-to-wear collection during pandemic. Because during pandemic, in the States, we created a lot of masks. And then during those times, we delivered them to hospitals. We just gave them away to people that couldn't afford them, or just really try to help the community in any way we can. Because also first of that is I have employees that needs a job, and I don't want to let them go because of that. So I need to find a way how I'm able to maintain that work ethic, the workplace, and keep afloat because I want to make sure that they can still keep going, you know. And because of that idea, we created the ready to wear, and it's been doing so well. We have jackets, we have t-shirts, pants, and kimonos, trench coats. So we're trying to invent ourselves in a way we know how, and also what our clientele loves.
And that's what has made Kenneth Barlis a household name in LA and in Hollywood. I would now like to talk to you about your major project with Disney, which is American-born Chinese.
Yep.
How significant was your participation in this project?
So when I received the phone call, it was so funny because they said, "Hey, it's gonna be for Disney," and I was like, "Are you sure?" You know, like Disney is a big name. It's like everybody's
wants to be
dream.
part of Disney.
Correct. So when I received that phone call, I was 50-50 if I'm going to take it, if I'm going to take it seriously or not, right? But when it's finally happening, I was like, wait, what? This is for real. And then so when they're asking me to start designing custom looks for the costumes and things like that, I still don't know what's the whole story is about.
And who are the stars of American-born Chinese?
We have Michelle Yeoh.
Oh, Michelle Yeoh. Oscar Academy Award winner.
She's the queen.
She's the queen.
She's the queen. And we also have Ki Hoi Kwan, and he's been like really an amazing friend of mine too. So it's been an amazing journey.
What was it like, Kenneth, working with Disney and working on their costumes for American-born Chinese, which is already seen on Disney Plus?
Yes, they can watch it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's still so surreal. Because when I watch it at home, I'm like, wait, I know that. That's my work.
I made that. I designed that.
Yes. So I still have those moments, right? And then when you go everywhere in the United States, they have flyers, they have they have all these photos, videos, and everything. So it's so surreal. It's still like I can't believe it every time I talk about it.
And what did Disney ask from you, especially in terms of designing and creating these costumes for American-born Chinese?
They started asking me for my suits. So my custom suits, I created like hand-painted suits for them, for like some of the characters. We also did evening gown dresses for them. We did a lot of, I think they're looking for something, because my part of the movie was the fantasy world. So they're asking me for my craziness, basically, on creating that and putting it on film. So from our crazy couture gowns to our handmade, one-of-a-kind suits. So, and it's been going like that. So maybe we have more than, 50, 100 pieces in that movie.
Wow, that is fantastic. And a Filipino at that is behind this major project of Disney. And you also recently worked with Alicia Keys.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I want to be in your job.
It's definitely fun.
Can I go with you on tour?
We have to do it. Yeah.
So what was it like creating the outfits of Alicia Keys? What did she have in mind for her concert tour and the outfits that she wanted to wear?
You know, I think because when we did that whole outfit for her, it's all about just the grandness of it. Because I mean, there's gonna be a lot of thousands of fans watching. So on this big stadium, and for our idea is to give them something that's so memorable, so iconic. And Alicia Keys, I think that was her return after a while that she's been quiet. So it's a major move for them. And I'm so thankful that the stylist also just reached out and be able to put my work into that moment. So it's just an iconic moment for the brand and also for them.
And of course, here in the Philippines, we always want to promote our own materials, whether it be piña, right? Bamboo, husi, all kinds. Are you also integrating Filipino materials into your fashion, Kenneth?
Yes, actually, my first ever collection back in the day, a few years ago, my first collection, I created a banig gown. And you know, I learned how to, because I'm from Mindanao. So Mindanao is like just, we have a lot of the banigs, right? So I wanted to bring my roots where I come from to where I am now in my life. And I don't wanted to forget that. So I use pinya for my gowns. I use banig for my gowns as well. Even the malong. If you're familiar with malong, it is like a traditional, we use it as a blanket in Mindanao, and it has all these prints and everything. And we used that, I created that into a ready-to-wear version for my runway in New York. And Macy Gray is one of the artists that wear that for a magazine shows.
We're indeed very proud of you. And of course, you have another major project coming up. But you have a non-disclosure agreement, so we cannot talk about it. But when that materializes, you have to tell me first, right here on The Final Word.
Yes.
So, what is the Filipino-American dream of Kenneth Barlis? What is your big ambition?
You know, my big ambition is always just to provide for my family. That's always just as simple as that. I want to be able to give happiness, and most especially to my grandparents, to my lola especially. I'm a lola's boy, and I'm very proud of it, you know.
And they're with you in the States, your grandparents.
Yes.
Oh,
but they're also here in Mindanao right now, vacationing for the holidays. So for me, it's all about giving that back to them, because my grandma really helped me, raised me basically growing up. And that's one of my American dreams, is to give comfort while living in America. Because as an immigrant, that's major thing to do, to be able to have your own home, and which I did that last year. So finally I have my home, where I bought that primarily for my lola, so they can live in my house and I can take care of them. And I think that shows my American dream, and that's a start of that. And I want to be able to continue doing that for them.
Wow, that really tugs my heart, that you really love your grandparents, and you really love your family and are giving back to the Philippines through your fashion. Congratulations, and Kenneth, you are indeed a Filipino pride.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having me. And
all the best.
Thank you.
All the best in Hollywood and in LA. I'll look you up when I'm in your neck of the woods.
Thank you so much.
Kenneth Barlis, international fashion designer based in Los Angeles.